Welcome to a new daily top AskReddit video. Today's topic:
what trait in a person you find creepy? People who stand too close to you when they're talking. Fair enough if it's a loud setting, but if it's just the two of you and the other person is standing right up close, it's super creepy. IMO. Nice guy, bit of a close talker. Jerry Seinfeld. Employee leaned in so much when he was talking to me I thought he was going to kiss me on the lips. I would have vomited right in his mouth. Aha, I've had this before. It really grinds my gears and makes me feel super weirded out. I have a really good memory and it creeps people out. Like 9 years after high school, I asked a classmate how his beagles were doing and he was a little freaked out that I remembered such a small detail about him years later. At my 10-year reunion, I brought up to someone about their pet bird they had in like first grade. I swear I'm not trying to be creepy. I just have a plethora of small details I remember about everyone. I should add, none of these people are close friends. Just people I talked to in school. If it makes you feel better. I was in a coffee shop, saw a girl I knew from elementary school when I was 11 years old. Saw her working in the shop. We were now 22. And I called her by name and told her how I knew her. She got insanely creeped out. I apologized, told her I have a good memory. She responded with, apparently, in the rudest way you could possibly imagine. Then told the manger about me. I left right after. Couldn't believe she was so creeped out and rude about it. Alls I did was say, hey, remember me? I was the new girl who sat next to you on the bus in grade 6. You're Emily, right? Quote, Emily's just a bitch. I like to believe that in 11 years you'll be walking down some random street and you'll see her coming the other way. You'll smile to yourself and keep your head down. Then just as you pass her you'll say quietly, there was no need to be rude, Emily. And keep walking. I have the same thing. I hold back details I remember about people in conversation so I don't seem creepy. Yep, I learned this early on. Standing too close, even when you back away. I agree, I generally like my space. However, after traveling a bit, you get used to some close talkers because it's a cultural thing. The distance at which we stand even has a name, proxemics. And quite a bit of study has been done on the matter. I remember having this wild experience in Japan. I was in a nightclub and it was packed. I needed to get some more drinks. I ended up like swimming through flesh to get to the bar. Squeezing, jostling, oiling, eeling, squirming and slipping through all these warm club bodies to get to the bar, and then I did the same thing on the way back when I had my drinks. But it didn't occur to me until later that I wasn't bothered in any way by the experience. You know why? Because no one in the club was bothered in any way, either. Like, that was just how things were. Personal space didn't exist. If that had happened in a North American bar, I'd be like super on edge or annoyed or uneasy. But because the vibe of a personal bubble just straight up didn't exist, my brain didn't even register it. Like, if the crowd had been annoyed, I would have been annoyed. But they weren't, so I wasn't. It was a really strange cultural moment for me. Eager to get into fights, danger, refusal to take no for an answer, being all smiles all the time. Damn, I need to smile less. Thank you for the award. I'll kick your ass if you don't. Firm handshakes but they don't let go. Makes me so uncomfortable and I absolutely do not trust anyone that does this. What is that crap? Power dynamic. Old-timey shit. Yes, and yes. Some find it amusing to make you squirm. Others have to win, i.e. not let loose first for any reason. And some hang on out of respect for you. Because you actually came in with a firm handshake they were not prepared to have returned. Almost like the tradition of not being the last one to bow. I've met some of all of these. One old man, at least 80s if not older, had busted water pipes over this last freeze. I stopped my car and kneeled in freezing cold water to shut off the pipes for him. He was very appreciative and offered his hand. I shook it, and his grip was like a vice. But I returned and stood steady. And his eyes widened. His smile got big and he asked me my name in the nicest way. Offering, if you ever need anything. I ain't going anywhere. The whole conversation occurred with the same grip. I told him I appreciated it and let go, and he patted me on the back. Infer what you will, but I felt appreciation and respect at that moment. Good try, op. I know you're in here for a list of features so you don't come off as creepy and be more successful with murder. Busted. Thanks, do me a favor and don't track me down and murder me, please. People who touch other people without permission. Where's my hug? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Quote, you're so tense. Let me give you a neck massage. Cringe. The guys who all the time brag about being nice guys. They're either trying to convince themselves or kill you in their basement, lol. Or alphas. Immediate location flag, location flag, location flag. Trying to get a load of personal information from you in a first meeting. Like phone number, Facebook, Instagram or whatever else you have. What do your parents do for living? How much is your rent? How much is your income? Who is your daddy and what does he do? Taking pictures of strangers without permission and people who just don't respect boundaries in General. I had to take a Greyhound bus home for Thanksgiving break in college. It was a late bus, so I fell asleep. When I woke up, there was a guy 2 rows ahead and to the right leaning into the aisle and taking pictures of me on his flip phone. Disappointed. As far as bad things that could happen on a Greyhound, that isn't too bad.